Okay, let's see what she said in this one again.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me.
February.
Yeah, that's me. She gave us the That's So Raven treatment.
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Girl, wait a minute.
We used to play out there and make up our own stories. Make up our own stories. We're not great at making up stories.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Charlie. Welcome to my channel. Appreciate you for hopping on by. Today, I'm going to be playing through the game Her Story. I got this game during the Steam Summer Sale for just a few dollars. I remember hearing about it years ago and hearing good things, but I don't remember what it's about. The screenshots really intrigue me down here, so I really want to just get right into this. I don't know how long of a game it is. 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours? I guess I'm just going to find out. So thank you for joining me. Let's get right into it. I'm curious what this one is all about. Let's get right into this. We're here at the title sequence. If you were able to subscribe, that'd really mean a lot to me. I'm on my way to 100 subscribers. It's a big goal of mine. Database, logic database. Read me. Search term murder. Okay, so we're here. Oh, we have control over the computer. Okay. Clip stored. Search murder. Database. Ooh, there's a few things to watch. There's a few things to read as well, though. Should I read these first? Oh, introduction to the logic database. I'm glad I read this. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. Okay, so I'm a policeman of some kind. Important stuff here. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. Okay, so we have footage from the homicide and serious crime tape. Gotcha. From Portsmouth. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, for example, robbery. Into the search field, click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words. Robbery, market. Store a clip for later reference. Click add to session. Okay. Nice to know. Really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999 and then the Y2K thing, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server. Okay, so this feels like it might come in handy later. 1999, Y2K, original tapes. 97. Okay, we can come back to that later. All right, I think it's time we start looking at these videos. Murder was already searched in, and there's 4 tapes, so let's watch it.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. User tags. What can I do to help? Clearly, this is not in the right order, but who cares? Clearly, it's murder, she said. Okay, let's watch the second clip.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
February, that was months ago. Next one. See what this one's about. Third, these are all in March.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Wow, that was an interesting one. Her mood was definitely changed on that. Felt a lot more confident, a lot more sassy. She said, "You've got no murder weapon. You've got noting stories." She mentioned stories. Okay, add that one to the session. Gotcha. So now we can do search terms for anything. Like she mentioned stories. What kind of stories is she talking about? Whoa, there's a lot to talk about. Okay. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Sounds weird. That's interesting. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories. What does that even mean? Why would she be needing to make up stories? Okay. Can I move and drag these anywhere? I actually can. Now, do I want them in chronological order or do I want them in order of when I come across them by search term? I don't really know yet. I think chronological order makes the most sense. So this one right here. Oh, I've got to remember. I've got to remember the dates. Europe. Charlie, you idiot. Okay. So this one, siege. Okay, let's see what she said in this one again.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me.
February.
Yeah, that's me. She gave us the That's So Raven treatment.
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Girl, wait a minute.
We used to play out there and make up our own stories. Make up our own stories. I'm not great at making up stories. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
What? Oh, well, that's so helpful then, lady. Okay, so it seems like a long day here on July 1. Right here, you can see the time is at 20 hours. Up to 29, so she's here for a long time. Here she is right here at 32, so about 12 hours in. Wow, what does she got to say here? 18 seconds.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Okay, whoa. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. Where do I even start? There's a lot for 18 seconds. Cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Okay. Huge find right here. Now this was at 32, so we're going to add that puppy to the sesh. And I'm going to drag it here to the end of this day. Now there's a few different directions we can go here. I immediately want to look more into this romantic weekend in Oxford and how he cheated his expenses. I want to look there. I also maybe want to look into her calling Simon's parents. There's a few things. I need to take a couple notes here on some pen and paper. Okay, so at this point, I think I want to go back to the very, very, very beginning. Before I start trying to fill in a bunch of gaps, let's go back to the very beginning when you found the body. She has a fucking guitar in this one. What is happening? Oh my god. I can't wait to get to that. I cannot wait. Okay. Okay. Let's move on.
The fiddler with a fiddle came walking by on a dreadful wind down way. Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up.
What is she talking about?
Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
What is she... What the fuck just appeared on my screen? I just saw that. What the hell just appeared on my screen, and why did I just get shivers down my back? I'm recording this in the middle of the day and nobody is here. Thank God. If this was in the middle of the night and I turned around and saw my 6-year-old behind me, I think I would have absolutely unloaded into my pants. Okay, I just saw the screen flickering. I saw that. Okay, I need to get back to... This was a crazy video. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Hannah? Who the fuck is Hannah? Okay, we got a lot of options here on blonde. Is this where we start getting into like some dual personality stuff? I still haven't even gotten into her pregnancy. What happened there? What happened before the pregnancy? Why she liked that so much more? Hannah? Is Hannah her other self that she's been talking about? What the hell's happening, man?
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids.
Okay, this lady's so fucking guilty, bro. What the hell? That's insane.
It's all complicated between me and Simon.
Hold on. This is going to be an insane thing to type out. I wasn't expecting to do that when I woke up today, but public school poison children. Good God, FBI. This is a video game. I'm just copying what they said. I'm actually on your side in this case. I'm playing a police person. I'm one of you, okay? Don't come after me. My name's Charlie. I'm a safe person. Just playing a game here. Okay, what else did she say? Okay, so overall, when giving my thoughts here on the game, Her Story, overall, I would say that I really liked it. I got the game for less than $10, I'm pretty sure. And I certainly found that it is worth its value. The story is quite cool. Learning more about this character is so interesting. The world is kind of unique in terms of the story that it's telling. You don't see it very often. So I think it's quite interesting. And I think the gameplay, the database entry kind of gameplay, I actually thought was really fun and pretty satisfying. I loved the little eureka moments that you would get anytime you put in a new word and a little new discovery popped up. I think that's really fun. Now, I have to say, unfortunately, the game does not stick the landing for me. The ending was really clunky and bad for me. And I'm not even talking about the narrative of the story and this woman. I'm talking about just me playing this game. Because I thought that in order to win this game, in order to move on, you had to collect all of the clips, 100% of the clips. And so that's what I was going for. And in terms of how long it took me overall, I would say it took me about 4 hours in my first sitting to get about 75-80% of the clips. I came back the next day for about 2 hours. I was able to find like 5 to 10%. And then after that, I hit a wall. I truly was stuck. And I thought my game may have even been bugged. But I looked up what you needed to do to get the last few clips for 100%. And I'm glad I did, because it's kind of ridiculous. Instead of being able to type in yes or no during an interrogation sequence, you have to type in quotations yes and quotations no in order for the certain clips to pop up. And those were really the ones that I needed in order to complete 100%. So a little unfortunate there. And even then, I went over to the chat or the chit chat, which was sitting there the entire game almost. And I never could get it to work. Like, I could never get it to type or do anything. And then I realized at the very end that I could only get it to type in Y or N. For some reason, like, I could have sworn I tried to type that in from at some point, but I must have messed that up completely. Either way, the ending just didn't really stick it for me. That's maybe partly my fault. I completely will accept responsibility on that. But it also just felt like I don't really need a guiding hand so much. I like that you were just kind of left up to your own devices. You could kind of find things out at your own pace. I really found that fun. I think it is a really fun game. It is certainly worth your time. The story is super cool, very fun, psychological little twister. You don't really know where things are going. And it's a really unique, fun game. So shout out to Her Story. Not too bad. Worth it for a few bucks. Oh, and I hate to throw this random little negative thing in there because that's not really fair to this little ending of the video. But one other thing that really started to bother me, about halfway through the game, I stopped using the little timeline down below completely because clips just kept moving out of order without my consent, which is ironic. So if you're able to pick up the game Her Story for a few bucks, I certainly think it's worth your time. A fun one to go through, and it's pretty unique. So my name is Charlie. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, if you were able to leave a subscription, that'd be awesome. I'm on my way to 100 subscribers. That's my big goal, and it was really fun getting to play through yet another indie game, crossing another game off my list here on Steam. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you fine folks in the next one.